Derek in Castaic, California. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm going to be seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better, and I'm going to show you how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses when I cut clear lenses with Crizal anti-glare for your Oakley Gascan. This is the model number 9014 in the 60 eye size. And what color is this? It is color 28. And which is the matte black on matte. And of course I need to preface this by saying I am an authorized Oakley dealer as an independent optician, meaning I'm the little guy. I've been told I'm not allowed to individually list the prices of the Oakleys with each frame pictured on my website. So if there's any frame you want, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. I will check the availability of the model, color, and size that you request in the email, and I will get back to you. I also want to preface to say that this Gascan is not the easiest to cut lenses for. Now, Derek has bought from me before. He bought 2 pair from me when he got these. He's getting some lenses in a fuel cell. So I made the executive decision. I sat and I thought about it for a long time. Do I try and cut these lenses? And if everything goes right in today's video, okay. If it goes wrong, well, I guess you're going to see that too. But I thought about it for a long time, and I decided to come to a decision for no reason. But you want to know how I came to the executive decision that I'm going to cut Derek's lenses? I use this executive tool. I use this executive thumb, and I did this, and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So if anyone else, depending on your prescription, when you contact me, you need lenses for this frame and a video, I may come to the professional decision and tell you, it ain't going to happen. So, not in the video. I can still do lenses for you. And I also want to preface this by saying today was an extremely stressful day for me at work. Nothing went right. Nothing went on time. I was trying to get out of town tonight to make a 3-day weekend. That ain't going to happen. It doesn't even look like I'll be able to get out of town early tomorrow. I updated some software. You got this in the video now. This is an SE box. This little computer cost $2,000. Well, that only costs about $45. This monitor, I'm going to be moving that. I've got it here temporarily. Got the keyboard, but now stuff can be saved to the cloud. It's already saved in my computer, but if my computer ever crashes, it'll go to a cloud in some mystical land. I don't know where. I usually save all this, and you guys don't see me doing that. But you see me, okay, this is the metal Holbrook and stuff like that, but I put the size, the date, and exactly how as I cut it. Now it's going to go to a cloud. And all the jobs up until 1548, speaking of which, Derek is now secret agent 1548, but all the jobs up until then that I had done were supposed to transfer over here easily. It did not go easily. They had to get the technicians on the phone in a far, far away land while my sales rep was here. The guy who sold me this $40,000 piece of equipment, he was here on the phone with his tech support getting everything done. And man, it is stressful. So this was $2,000. The software to run it to the cloud was $2,100. So I was asking him, tell me again, as a salesperson, why did I spend $4,100 to have this much stress in my life, as opposed to doing things the way I had been doing? But hey, going forward, it's supposed to be better for me. So enough of that. How about roll my sleeves up and get to work? So prescription reads +1/4 -1 at 175. This is finally working right. Let me put to 175 now. I got the right ink. Put the axis wheel on 175. Put the power drum. Make sure everything's on 0. We're going to put that on 1/4. On how much? 1/4. This is marked R. I'm assuming it's the right lens. We're about to find out. Rotate the lens until the spherical component comes into view. Check your astigmatism correction. And, oh, you know what? I still got to trace the frame. Alright, so that's the right lens. Let me make sure that is the right. I'm at -1. Yeah, that's right. Alright, let's do the same thing for the left. Turn the axis wheel to 170. Put the power drum on +50. Yeah, so this lens, I mean, this video is going to go a little long. I hope y'all don't mind. There we go. I'm sitting there rambling. It has been, it's upside down. It has been a stressful day. And if these don't go well, you're going to find out what my favorite 4-letter words are today. And not just one, maybe lots of them. in the order in which I like to say them out loud. Well, okay, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Please, please concentrate, focus, positives. Talk about what you're grateful for. Derek, I'm grateful for you giving me a second and third try to make glasses for you. So, part of the reason this is difficult to cut is, let's take the frame out of the box. Now, color number 28 is the Special Forces issue. Comes with a little military bag. How about that? Which is the carrying bag and cleaning cloth. Of course, you're going to get all the manufacturer's original packaging. It comes with a little plastic sleeve on the temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. I'm going to put that on there where I ship to you. Let me put that in there. And part of the reason this is tricky is because the wrap, the curvature. If you notice, most eyeglasses are almost at a 90-degree angle. This one ain't. So I had to order lenses specifically designed for this base curve. Have the lens match that. And this is actually too wrapped to be traced. So I'm going to cut this like it was a single, as a string mount. So I'm going to put 2 dots on the lenses. Let me grab my pen. I'm just trying to get a light color background. Put that dot there. That dot there. Make sure it's on a straight line. Now, if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. I don't want to recap how stressful today was. Oh man. So, alright, we're going to pull. This is a tool where I trace just the one lens only. We're going to get everything lined up. There is a line. The reason why I put the 2 dots on here, there's a line on this graph. And I'm just making sure that goes on that line so that the lens is positioned exactly the way it should be. Now, 100 years from now, when people look back on this video, you know, they're going to have 3D printed frames and lenses by then. They're like, look at all the trouble this guy's going through. And of course, I have my coal-fired equipment. Let me just put some more, shovel some more coal into the furnace so this will work. Program this number into the computer so that years from now, should you need new lenses for this frame, if everything burns down here, I can go to the cloud, the insurance money, the new equipment, cut it on the next stuff, the space age 3D stuff in the future. So I'm going to trace the right lens only. And it's going to ask me the bridge size, which I believe is 16. I'm going to double check for myself using millimeters and not inches. Yes, 16. And that little stylus is going to go around and trace the... it's moving it. Here's what happens when things go wrong. Let's use a bigger sticker, of which... they're hiding back here behind this monitor. I'm going to have to get this thing mounted on the wall or somewhere else. So... Yeah, I know you didn't like that. Tracing defect, yes. I need a bigger sticker. I need a bigger something, a bigger stiff drink for dessert. And then maybe one more for breakfast in the morning. Okay. You know, trying your best takes its toll on you. Trying to be the best takes even more toll. Alright, so we're going to trace the right lens again. 16 millimeter bridge. Hopefully it won't move this time. It's got a larger sticker to hold it in place. As that little stylus pops up, and it's going to go around and trace the outside of the lens. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy genuine, authentic Oakley frame, and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single-vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, or unused health savings account flex dollars, I should say, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they're prescription or not. Derek only needs a little bit of prescription, but he needs to be precise with what he does. So normally I move on to the next screen, but I'm going to do something differently here. I'm going to tell it that is the type of bevel that it is, so it doesn't cut it as a string mount. And let's just move on. We'll do the rest from there. So the pupillary distance, I'm going to pick this card up. 35.5. It's a total of 71, so 35.5 for each eye. I'm going to tap the plus button till we get to 35.5. I want to raise the optical center up to about 21. Then I'm going to mark that on here, 21. Now I can get your lenses prepped. That is the right eye. The reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented and they're just perfectly. This is a block. I need to attach this to each lens. So I'm going to use a double-sided adhesive sticker, which I've got 2 right here. The black side is the sticky side. We're going to put that one on the first platform. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. I'm going to line up the magnet with the magnet there in the arm so it holds it in place. And then I'm going to get the lenses lined up. That one was in the way, so I can't see what I'm doing. Move that, and this is just the platform that the lens moves on, so that was in the way. And so I'm just moving that so I can get to exactly what I need to be seeing. Make sure the lens is large enough, and it is. I always like to check that. Hit that button, the arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the unright lens, which will be played by the left lens tonight. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. Same format of laying the lenses out on this layout screen. Check to make sure the lens is large enough, and it is. Hit that button, the arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now we're going to come down here to the $30,000 component of the $40,000 component of the $2,000 new piece of hardware combined with the $2,100 software, which means I'm going to have to work for a long time before retiring to pay all this stuff off, because I give away free lenses when you buy the frame. What kind of business model is that? It just means I'm going to work for a long time. So these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that. I do not want to polish the edge of the lens. In fact, I'm only going to put a real light safety bevel, and the one thing I don't want to forget, I'm going to go about 0.35. I'm going to cut these lenses 1/3 of a millimeter large and press that on there firmly. Line up the magnet with another magnet there in the chuck, or by now, you know, I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. When it's paid off, I'll call it Chuck. So I'm going to hit the green arrow, which is start in every language. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses. Actually, hang on, let me back up some more. I want to do something else. I'm going to hit this button from automatic to manual. I want to directly know where to place the bevel. Usually the computer picks the bevel placement on most jobs. I'm going to override that, and I'm going to cut it based on the bevel of the wrap of this frame. So I could cut it on the front bevel, I could cut it on the back bevel, I could do a percentage, and that's pretty much what the computer does. It picks that, and depending on where that's going to be, but I'm going to pick this, which is the curvature, and I'm going to cut it on, make a note, and I always do this in red. Cut on front base curve, and then the curvature of the lens. Now I can hit start. Now it's large. Okay, making sure it's large because I can always make it smaller. Something I've never told her. So just like every other time, the water starts up to catch the optical sawdust that will come off this lens when it finally touches down on the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning the water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now again, as I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which cuts dry. Now polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. And of course, all soldiers are issued Oakley glasses. They may be offered other brands, but they always choose the Oakley. But this is what protects their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It's also the same lens material that OSHA requires that factory workers who work on factory floors on assembly lines use to protect their eyes from any injuries. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens, as well as a premium scratch coating. Now it also has the Crizal brand of anti-glare coating, which is 3 features in one. The first feature is it reduces reflections when driving at night, but not just that, but driving at night in the rain, street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead, any glare source. The second feature goes by the initials ARC, which stands for anti-reflective coating, so it reduces reflections when someone's looking at you. They're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, so it makes for much better eye contact. Plus, if someone takes a picture with a flash, you won't see it, or if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the reflection of the camera in the lens. Now, the third feature that I like, and I'm sure Derek will too, it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating, because the machine that applies the Crizal anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto the lens. So because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. So water has begun spraying on the lens, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds of the cycle. A little lever is coming out. At the end of that lever is a very fast spinning fine grit disc that's going to put the safety bevel on the rear surface of the lens, just to rough out any smooth edges left over from the cutting cycle. Now, no portion of this lens will protrude from the frame, but I do cut strong prescriptions all day long. For how much? For free when you buy the frame. And that does become a little more critical. Now I'm going to open the door with my mind. Yeah, I know. I can do other things with my mind. I just can't come up with new jokes. Now look, I get a new wand. This, believe it or not, only costs $190. It comes with a little mount. I'm going to put it somewhere, just like the one over here. But the other nice thing now with the new software, should this ever make a mistake, and it's very rare, but it does, I scan this to the maintenance, and whoever's in the cloud will freeze, lock up the computer, and know exactly what went wrong, know how to diagnose it. That's what comes with the $2,100 software. Now the other things from the cloud, I pull it up from my computer, send it to here. I scan this, it goes right to here. I don't have to use that anymore. Oh, there goes that. So let's see if the lens fits first time around. There goes that $190. Dropped it before I used it once. Came this close to using it once. Just didn't happen. So now's the test to see which 4-letter words I'm going to blurt out accidentally, or of course my code for accidentally really is on purpose. So we're going to tuck it in at the outside corner using my thumbs pushed down. Let's do this little flex test. It is not going to come out. I went 1/3 of a millimeter large and it fit perfectly. A lot of times you see me cut on 0 and have to take it down from there, but from experience I know on certain jobs to go large. Flip that over to L. All day long I was thinking cut big, cut big, cut big. I even had a template that I cut last week when I first got this frame. Now these are the lenses I normally use and are way too flat, but I made a note to cut it 0.25 big. Ended up cutting it 0.35 big to have it turn out perfect. Cutting the shape of the left lens. Now, speaking of perfect, let's make sure the rest of it is. Add that to my sticker collection. We're going to come down here to the lens armor. We're going to put it in over that black dot. We're going to turn the, oh, that's right, it did its manual thing. Cut on the same front curvature bevel. Turn the axis wheel to 175. Let's read the power, and I'm getting +1/4. +1/4. Now let's check the second power, the astigmatism. Oh, did y'all hear that? So we end up at -75, 1 tick mark away from 1, and that's because if you had a quarter and you owed someone $1, you would be 75 cents in the red. 75 cents in the red. So you need 1 step of magnification to be able to see far away, but you need a second curvature, 4 steps of astigmatism correction. And it's how we line up those 2 curves, and we line that up at the 175th meridian. A straight line. Where's my stylus? Goes from 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to turn that fine tune knob to 175. Now the left eye, you need 2 steps of magnification, but only 3 steps of astigmatism correction. We turn that fine tune knob to 170. Now this frame sells for $163 and you get one free pair of clear single vision prescription or non-prescription lenses with the purchase of the frame. The Crizal anti-glare coating starts at $69.99 for a total of $232.99. He's got a specific activity he's going to use these for, and I think it's going to work well. So this is what makes it the military issue. It is black on black, matte, no shine. So at night for special ops, these things cannot be seen. They wrap around your head and protect your eyes. If you were looking in a window and you cupped your hands around there, that's essentially what this is doing. Nothing can come in from the sides. Has perfect wrap, so a face form. Nothing's really going to come into the top because this is curved and wraps around the face. Out comes the lever to do the safety bevel, and then we'll get the left lens mounted. And I'm going to write on here that I went plus 0.35 big for the right. So in the future, should I need to send lenses for this frame from this barcode or from this cloud, I know to cut it 0.35 big. I don't know if the software actually knows that. That would be really cool if it did. I'll have to find out. I'll check that afterwards. Take the lens out, dry everything off. See if I can clean that off. I gotta take that left lens out. I always like to clean as much as I can off the lens before it's mounted in there, and I see the Labs L written on there. Clean mine off. How's that looking on there? Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and install the left lens, tuck it in at the outside corner, push down at the nose, it snaps in. Do the stress test. Yeah, that's good. That's a good size. If it were too loose, it would pop out when I were to flex it. Literally, it would come ejecting out of the frame when you do that, when you put them on and it stretches. That flexes the frame and tells me whether the lens is too loose or too tight, but everything's perfect. Come down here to spin the fine tune knob to 170. Put it in over, is there a black dot there? Yes, there is. Thank you for asking. Put it in over that black dot. I'm getting plus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. Plus 50. Now we're going to subtract 3 steps from the plus 50, and if all goes well, we'll end up at minus a quarter. When I read the power off the second curve, minus a quarter, 1 tick mark away from 0. Your pupillary distance is 71 millimeters. Flip this card over, turn my card around, place the PD stick, and when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 60, oops, excuse me, hang on. That's moved. It's a little bit hard on a wrapped frame, but we're getting 71 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that this purchase is tax-free and includes free shipping anywhere in the U.S. and Castaic, California is still in the U.S. The reason why I now point out is free shipping. The internet sales, internet commerce has to include that, tax that is, even Amazon. Eyeglasses in my state of North Carolina, are tax-free. This is a medical device. So if you buy glasses from me, you do not have to pay tax. Now this purchase was $232 at, actually $233 if we count the tax, times the 8% sales tax. That would have cost another $18.64. Of course, I can't vouch what the tax is in the state that you would order them from, but what you see is what you get here. What you see is what you pay. There are no hidden fees. Not for the lenses, not for anything else. And of course, these are, again, the unbreakable polycarbonate lenses that have 100% UVA and UVB protection, as well as Crizal anti-glare. So, if you've liked, but I need to get these in standard alignment, although all these come that way. These Oakley pilot frames, you never have to worry about these Oakleys getting out. That is just perfect. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly. They have a little bit of a flex right there, a little stiffness to them. So, if you've liked what you've seen and you want to see more videos, Ray-Ban, Oakley, Polo, Versace, silhouettes, And I just did the buy-in today. So this was an expensive day. I did the buy-in for the Crizal Legends. Now, this is far from an Oakley frame as you can get, but I've had requests for them. This setup was $4,000 today. I spent another $6,000 buying 20, or how many was it? Less than that, Crizal frames. And so that was a $10,000 day I spent today, and I can finance the rest, but that's how much I put in today. Whew, that's why today was stressful. But tune in, subscribe to my channel. My future ones, I won't vent so much. My YouTube channel, of course, as you know, same as my others, free prescription lenses. Same handle, same. Oh, it's been a long day. And I still got more to go. But yeah, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. It's freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter, it's freerxlenses. If you want to find out what Oakley frames are available, contact me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com and tell me what size, color, and model number you want. I'll make it happen. That's a lot to type in. That's a lot for me to say. So just go to the contact me page on the website, and it'll automatically open up your email program. So Derek, sorry you had to hear all this tonight on your second purchase. This time it was the Oakley, the Gascan, which is model number 9014 in the 60 eye size. This is color 28, which is the SI edition, the military black on black. Other ones have a different color. You can get the Texas flag, you can get the US flag, you can get a few other colors on there. But this is the military issue, and it came with the Crizal anti-glare lenses. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully what little bit of love I did pass out tonight, you can see how I brought that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.